So, the main question we aim to answer in our presentation is what is the role of network structure for managing learning and competition among suppliers? So, this is our table of contents. So, first of all, we can start by defining a strategic network. A strategic network occurs when a buying firm sets up a network and takes a proactive attitude in taking care of this network. In a network, it's not only important to manage the vertical relationship between buyer and supplier, but also the horizontal one between suppliers. The horizontal one is obviously more difficult to manage since the rivalry between the suppliers with equal power distribution means that the competition between them will be fierce. In examining networks that have demonstrated to be extremely able in inter-firm knowledge transfers, particular emphasis will be put on the automotive industry. But the question is, why do we use this industry for this analysis? The automotive industry is an effective example, as it has been proven that around 70% of the value of a car is created by suppliers that are part of the network. For this reason, the quality of a vehicle is a function of the productivity of the collaborating firms. So in this analysis, we will focus on Toyota, as multiple research has showed that Toyota have been superior at transferring productivity enhancing knowledge through their network, and they have been regularly voted as the best managed company in Japan. Before analyzing the knowledge sharing routines, it is important for us to define knowledge. Knowledge can be divided in two types. The first type is called explicit knowledge or information. This involves facts that can be easily transferred without loss of integrity. This type of knowledge can be transferred through weak ties between members. The second type, on the other hand, is tacit knowledge or know-how. This type of knowledge is complex, sticky, and difficult to transfer. For this reason, it requires close ties between members of the network. The fact that it's so difficult to transfer also means that it's the one that is most likely to result in a competitive advantage. One of the main problems in creating a knowledge-sharing network is providing the guarantees to members of the network that their proprietary knowledge will be protected and not leaked, while simultaneously encouraging them to contribute valuable knowledge to the network. This leads us to an important trade-off. The members of the network could be so worried about protecting their proprietary knowledge that they behave in a way that discourages the sharing of valuable knowledge to the network.
So when looking at collaboration, and specifically the sharing of knowledge between two partners, there are three dilemmas that arise. The first dilemma governs openly sharing of valuable knowledge. The dilemma here arises because most firms act in their own interest and they therefore want to protect their valuable knowledge. When we look at the knowledge-based view, firms achieve competitive advantage by outperforming other firms in transferring, recombining, and creating knowledge. Therefore, firms might be reluctant to participate in inter-firm knowledge-sharing activities. The dilemma therefore lies in the fact that one must motivate members to share knowledge, because this valuable knowledge is often the key determinant of success in cooperation. The second dilemma is called the free rider problem. In successful collaborations, collective goods can be produced that are accessible to all members of the collaboration, for example, knowledge. It is, however, important in a knowledge-sharing network that all members not only benefit from the collective goods, but also contribute equally to its establishment and/or maintenance. The free rider problem may arise when members take advantage of the collective goods and exit the collaboration without any contribution of their own. Lastly, the third dilemma is about maximizing the efficiency of knowledge transfers. After a collaboration has overcome the two aforementioned dilemmas, it may still be possible that there isn't an efficient process of knowledge sharing. This means the speed and ease of accessing valuable knowledge. Especially in networks with a large number of individual members, this may become a problem when dealing with tacit knowledge because it requires more interaction between members. The key to solving this dilemma is to reduce the costs concerning finding and accessing valuable knowledge. Knowledge sharing routines allow organizations to effectively develop, store, and apply new knowledge on a systematic basis. In the article of Dyer and Nobioka, the Toyota case is used as an example for knowledge sharing routines. Toyota creates a shared network identity in a philosophy they call Kyoson Kyoye. This consists of four knowledge sharing routines. The first one is the Supplier Association. This is a network level forum that creates a shared social community. Herein, network norms are inculcated and knowledge is shared. This applies mostly to explicit knowledge. The second one is Operating Management Consulting Division. This is a unit that works on a network level and is accountable for the acquisition, storage, and diffusion of knowledge in the network. The third one is called what the Japanese call Yishuken. These are small group learning teams that act as a sub-network forum for knowledge sharing and create strong ties and a strong community among small groups of suppliers. And finally, the last routine, is inter-firm employee transfers. These consist of job rotation that occur on network level. By exchanging employees with suppliers, the organizational learning is improved.
Comparing the two papers objects of this presentation, we can observe that both of them analyze the processes developed by Toyota to improve the knowledge sharing network, agreeing that the supplier associations, supplier consultancy, and supplier learning groups are the key factors introduced by the Japanese car maker to achieve a high level of knowledge sharing and consequently high levels of cooperation within the suppliers network. Wilhelm, in addition, extends this concept by focusing not only on the ways Toyota's sharing networks improves the cooperation like Dyer and Nobeoka, but also showing that has a relevant effect on the competition between suppliers. Regarding the cooperation, we can say that supplier associations promote the mutual relations and information sharing through the division of suppliers in geographical groups. And this allows the car maker to build ties among suppliers that facilitate the multilateral transfer of both explicit and tacit knowledge. Supplier consultancy, that is a group of internal expert consultants that assist suppliers with operational problems, allows Toyota to build a showcase suppliers, a learning laboratory that helps suppliers to improve their processes. This way enhancing the cooperation by making suppliers open their operations to others within the network. Finally, the voluntary learning groups, since they include 5-6 suppliers with similar processes that have to study a case given by Toyota and propose a solution, allow suppliers to have a direct contact with the processes of the other members, and this can improve their efficiency. The three innovations seen before enhance the competition through three different orders of transparency. Supplier associations represent also a way to directly meet competitors, monitor them, and learn about them. This way, competitors are not anonymous anymore, and we talk about first order transparency or rivals' existence. The second order transparency is also called visibility rivals capabilities, and it's reached through supplier consultancy that allows car maker to gain insights about supplier performance differentials and lets the supplier compare the performance improvements needed to be on par with competitors. Finally, through the learning teams, the network reaches the third order transparency. Suppliers have a direct contact with the processes and the capabilities of rivals, and they can observe study them closely. To conclude, we can say that there are 4 reasons why interorganizational learning increases within a network. And that they are when units are created to allow acquisition, storage, and diffusion of knowledge, when norms are created to minimize the amount of firm-specific knowledge considered proprietary by members, and when nested networks are created within the full network and they facilitate explicit or tacit knowledge sharing. And finally, when measures of learning are developed and feedback on performance are given frequently. But we can also conclude that suppliers associations are more likely to create physical visibility among competitors, by building loose horizontal supply chain relations, that consultancy reveals performance differentials and enhance supply chain relations, and that multilateral learning teams can create a touch and feel experience through horizontal supply chain relations.